The battle lines are drawn between the city of Houston and Uber over the issue of background checks. City leaders say that they're protecting the public. Uber says the process takes too long and goes beyond what other cities require. Tonight, Channel 2 Investigates put a twist on the arguments that you've been hearing. You see, we sent a producer undercover through the process to become a driver. Now, she was able to pick up a passenger even though she did not pass the city's strict background check. Investigator Joel Eisenbaum is exposing that loophole, getting answers from both sides.
This is Lauren. She's a Channel 2 Investigates producer who recently got a second job.
I am an Uber driver now.
You see, our producer didn't necessarily want to drive for extra cash. We wanted her to do it as an experiment to get to the bottom of a controversy that's been heating up for months now.
As far as Uber is concerned, you basically satisfied their background check requirements, but as far as the city is concerned, that's their big list right there.
This is their list, and I've not done it.
You heard her right. She's completed none of the city's requirements. No fingerprints, no drug test, no arrest warrant check. These are legal provisions to get her permit, but Uber still hasn't blocked her from picking up customers.
So we got a fare.
We got a fare, and we are heading to get her right now.
Mariana requested us to pick her up near the Galleria.
So are you surprised that a news station is picking you up?
A little bit, yeah.
Without going through the TNC, the permitting process, Channel 2 employee went and picked up someone and was able to do that, was dispatched by Uber to do that. Does that surprise you?
It would surprise me, but it would also be very disappointing.
The mayor says his concern, boiled down to simplest terms, is that Uber is not doing a good job background checking its drivers.
When we did our fingerprinting test and compared it with the test that Uber does on its drivers, we discovered that there were hundreds that they had missed who had felonies, DUIs, assault, you name it.
Uber disputes that figure and maintains the city's licensing process is a clear case of government overregulation.
The harder you make it for a driver who's qualified to be on our platform, ultimately it hurts consumers.
Without the city of Houston's required license, Lauren sailed through the process. She entered some basic information online, and in just 2 days, Uber told her the background check cleared and asked her to come down to their office to finish signing up.
You all be able to pick up like outside of the city limits, basically anything outside of the Beltway.
The employee was clear. She could not work for Uber inside the city without the permit.
That step is actually just completing your fingerprints.
But the truth is, there was nothing stopping Lauren or someone else, perhaps with ill intentions, from picking up a rider in Houston once their app is activated.
Does it concern you that somebody who hasn't gone through what the city thinks are the right background checks is picking you up?
I'm not concerned about it. I think that if they want to operate in a city legally, they should just follow the regulations of that city.
Does Uber take steps to make sure that people who don't have TNCs aren't driving Uber vehicles?
Yes, on a regular basis, we compare against the city's list. We see if anybody has been taking trips in the city that isn't on the city's list, and if they are, we remove them from our platform.
Can't that be too late in some instances?
Again, that's the challenge with the this outdated licensing system we're using. Is the city can't provide us the data in real time.
They say it's on the city's end. There's a delay there. You buy that?
I don't buy that. I mean, Uber is always trying to blame somebody else for things that they want to do themselves.
At the end of the day, our producer didn't actually drive Mariana at all. Had she, Uber says, it would have shut down her app. Instead, we called Mariana another Uber driver who had his city license proudly displayed. The biggest sticking point here is clearly fingerprinting. Uber says the city needs to drop that requirement. Curiously, New York requires Uber drivers be fingerprinted too, but Uber hasn't threatened to leave New York. Joel Eisenbaum, KPRC, Channel 2 News.